what if we had some big argument about we were going to combine our podcasts, and then it just didn't go well, and I didn't give you the money for the microphones, and then we duked it out, and you somehow lost. I somehow surprised you, and had one in a million chance I somehow caught you.
I would feel way stupider that we're fighting. I would feel way stupider than that. I know, but
you're a martial artist. I get it. You're sitting by the river right now.
It's not even
you just go in peace. You got doves.
It's not even that. It's just it's always worth
wouldn't annoy
avoiding.
you. You wouldn't see me in there, and like I got my back turned to you down the improv.
I would shake my head. I'd be like, "What, Bill? How come you punched me in the face?
To that Ron Howard looking jackass that wouldn't bug you."
Depends on if you really just tooled me up. Like all of a sudden you just fucking unload like a 1-2 leg kick combination on me and drop me. You hit me with a liver shot and drop me, and then I had a tap out. Yeah, then I'd probably want some sort of a rematch.
Well, let me ask you this: Would you
really upset?
Would you lose a belt class? Would you have to go back down to brown belt or purple belt?
You don't lose. I mean, the only way, look, when you get the idea is that you're at a certain level of proficiency, but it doesn't mean that someone can't get you.
What if I started faxing pictures of my face to your dojo? There's no way. You'd have to lose a belt.
Winner, Bill Burr.
Who's next? And I'm just sitting there with a stupid look on my face.
Oh man, it's competition is healthy. I think it's fun and everything, but when it gets in the real world, like as far as like fighting people and shit like that, it's too squirrely because you don't just fight someone. They get mad and then they come back and they want to bring a baseball bat or fucking stab you or shoot you.
I never fought outside my family past junior high.
Past when?
Junior high.
Oh yeah.
Once kids started getting to be like $1.25 and like knew how to becoming coordinated. Dude, I saw one kid take a pounding and I was just like, I'm sticking with the jokes. It was this kid he was jacked. He's one of those man-childs. In like 8th grade, they could already beat up the teacher, but then they get to high school and they just stop growing and then they're just this little fire plug. But in 8th grade, that's their peak. And this kid was at his apex of physical fitness, and he was fighting this baby Huey looking kid, and they go to get off the bus and baby Huey's behind man-child, and he just pushed him down from behind, got on his chest, and he just started teeing off on his head. And it was one of those, when people go crazy and then it becomes disgusting, like the crowd was just like, oh, and it was just like,
he was just beating the fuck out of him.
He didn't come to school for the rest of the week, and he came back the next week, and the swelling in his face had come down probably 80%, but
this is man-child.
Yeah, man-child. And he still didn't look, and he had a look in his eye. I remember his confidence was shaken. It was amazing, man. I was like, you saw, it was a moment in his life, and I remember just looking at that going, yeah. It was funny because I almost went at it with that baby Huey kid. I would have got killed. He's like, he would have stabbed me with the...
Sounds like an angry fucking kid.
No, he used to get bullied, and I don't know, he was used to getting the crap kicked out of him by people like 2 years older, which is basically when you're in 7th grade, like that 2 years, it is a huge jump physically. And it's like you're sitting there, like, okay, I'm going to fight you. And the other guy's like, got like a beard, just smashing you over the head. So, so all my fights were basically within my family, and I had 4 brothers, so I used to practice on my 3 younger ones and then try to take my older brother who had the psychological advantage over me. So
older brothers always have an advantage.
Yeah, I didn't beat him.
I had a friend whose older brother used to beat the fuck out of him, and it tortured him late into like adulthood. He was in his late 30s, and it fucked his head up. He always wanted to get back at his brother. He used to go over his brother's house, and his brother wasn't home, and steal shit from him. Like he would go, like his brother's wife was there. He'd say hi. He'd like, John told me to go pick something up, and he would go in and just steal from his brother.
What's that stem from? Brotherly
His brother
rape?
beat the fuck out of him. His brother beat the fuck out of him. His brother was like 2 years older and just used to just box him up. He used to fucking really hurt him and intimidate the shit out of him.
I got one for you. Last time I fought my youngest brother, I forget what we went at it about. My dad came in to break it up, and like a piece of shit, I did one more over my dad's shoulder, caught him, and it made that classic, like Hollywood should have recorded the sound for like the punch in the face. It was that classic, but like with a little bit of lip sound. Caught him right in the mouth, and I knew it bugged him. And then what would hit for like 15 years, we would be out drinking, and like when he got on his 3rd drink, I would feel him sizing me up. I felt it. And I was just going, is this in my head or is this dude sizing me up? And then like years later, I'm drinking with my other brother, and we were talking about it, and I'm going, yeah, he doesn't think I noticed, but I feel him sizing up. He goes, oh yeah, dude. He goes, every time I drink with him, he brings that up. And like by then he was a little bit taller than me, and he had that anger and stuff. But I would have just tied him up. Like I got to a point where I just you got
a strategy planned out in your head. Duck under the sucker punch, get the clinch.
Yeah, my older brother came at me about 11 years ago in like a Red Roof Inn over some sort of bullshit, and he came flying at me. My brother's no joke. He can fight, and I just tied him up. But I had the advantage where he has a real job, so he has to work. I can sit here going on hikes and going to the gym and stuff. So I was in better shape. So I just tied him up.
How long did you have to tie him up for?
Not long, dude. He was like...
How long did he spaz? 15 seconds?
He was like in cubicle shape. So he had like that initial, I'm gonna kill you. But this is the thing, though. If he would have... If I didn't
tie him up,
that's all I did. It's like in hockey when someone does not fight, they just grab the guy and like bear hug him. I just sort of did that, and I was how was it? He was kind of on top of me, but I just had him sort of smothered in there. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna fight. He didn't talk to me for a year.
Wow.
He didn't talk to me for a year, and
what was he mad about?
It was, dude. It's that family shit. Something from 1974.
I'm glad I don't have brothers because I would not want to grow up with someone like me. If I was a brother, if I had one of two things would have happened. Either we would join an alliance, and fucking
start a team,
take on the world and tag team chicks, or we would fight to the death. It's going to be one or the other. I don't really see any of the other options.
Yeah.
So which one's going to be, fucker?
Yeah, no, I think there's a reason why you didn't have a brother. Because whenever I talk to him, he'll have like a couple of parakeets, and they somehow have a fight to the death. Like, dude, I don't know what's with parakeets. They just go at it, dude.
All right, MVMT, movement. Here's my problem with sunglasses. I didn't know I had a problem with sunglasses. Why are you putting words in my mouth? I got all these cheap pairs that look terrible. No, I don't. I have nice pairs. But every time I buy $200 pair, I feel like I get ripped off. That's not what I feel. Here's my problem with sunglasses. Okay, if you buy a fucking cheap pair, they don't do anything. You're still squinting behind them. Now your face is all mushed up, wearing sunglasses. You look like a fucking asshole, and they're digging into the right above your ear and your scalp. But then if you buy a nice expensive pair, then you got to sit there going like, oh my God, what if I lose it? What if I sit on them? And inevitably that fucking happens. Okay? Movement, that's what I feel about fucking sunglasses. How dare you put words in my mouth? And I don't feel like I got ripped off if I paid $200. I feel like a fucking asshole when I lose them. All right. Well, our friends at Movement, the watch guys, they kind of felt the same way. Oh, I didn't know they agreed with me. So they thought, screw it. I think they thought, fuck it. How about we make quality, trendy glasses at a fair price? These things aren't plastic. They acetate. You can get them polarized. Is that a word? Acetate? Acetate? I got to add that word. It's a goal of mine today to throw that word in with my wife. See, what the fuck does that mean? Dude, you ever look up a fucking word on Wikipedia? What is that writing when you're trying to figure out how to spell it? It looks like it's in Russian. Is a salt formed by a combination of acetic acid with an alkaline, earthy, metallic base. Fuck this. I don't need to know what it means. I just know how to say it. Nobody knows what this fucking word means. You just say it. And people are like, wow, that guy's smart. Look at his custom lining on his suit. All right, here we go. You ready, everybody? It's this thing, okay? If you're a supporter of this podcast, you have to work this word into your day with somebody that you know very well, who's going to know that you have no idea what this fucking word means. And your goal is to try and fucking play it off like you've always had this in your arsenal. Like this was part of your fucking pitching rotation. Here we go. Come on, say it.
Acetate. Acetate. Acetate.
You fucking...
Acetate.
There you go. Kind of sounds like asshole, doesn't it? You fucking acetate. Acetate.
Acetate. Acetate.
Dude, how creepy is this? This is like it's the end of the world and that's like some warning in the future.
It's absolute
You know what I
power.
do love about Joel Osteen is he's an arena act.
Yeah, he is.
As a preacher, he bought the old place, the old arena where the Houston Rockets used to play.
He bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much money that guy has.
And then he fills it up.
Yeah. Well, that was
Doing
when
his thing.
remember when the hurricane came, people criticized him because he didn't open up his doors to all the folks who were displaced from their homes.
I was teasing him about that. It's like, you saw that electric blue carpet he put on? He didn't want you fucking guys getting it all wet.
Electric blue.
No, he does. He has a sick ass.
Look at that place. Jesus
Oh, maybe it's the
Christ.
curtain that I thought. Yeah.
Look at
I mean,
the
look at
size of
that.
that fucking place. Holy shit.
Yeah, that looks like a Dice Clay special.
And all those people are throwing down. All those people are paying to be there. That guy is making
I wonder if there's somebody out there scalping tickets. I got 2 by the altar.
There's 2 ways of looking at it, right? One is he's getting all those people together and there's a sense of community amongst all of them. And 2 is that guy's making a fuckload of money. And he's got so much power. You know, you got all those people just at your...
But it doesn't mean you're
Beck and
necessarily a bad... Like,
Doesn't
but
necessarily
then
mean that.
he's like,
Right.
what can you do with it? Which is
Right.
getting the reason why I'm thinking of, stopping in every once in a while.
You just got to find a good spot. Like they were doing that rock and roll church thing for a while. There was I remember one of my friends who's a producer, his assistant she was lost. I want to say
Spiritually, or
yeah,
she
was
couldn't
lost.
find
She
the
was-
church?
She was lost in a lot of ways, but she was doing this. What's going on, Jamie? You
Oh,
look at prices.
fuck.
Tickets for his show.
What? $4,950
next
for
to the
a
altar.
ticket?
Dude, you want to go?
What the fuck? Yeah, we could do that. I'll
No,
do that
not
with you.
4,000. It's $400.
No.
No, $4,950.
2 tickets.
for 2 tickets.
5,000.
Where?
Right there.
Section 4?
Row D.
Row D.
Dude, $4,000. I
not
want
even-
that guy fucking...
That's not even
section back.
at the stage.
I catch the handkerchief when he's done fucking preaching.
How much I get for row 2 or section
one.
2?
They're not available.
Not available.
This
It's
is
sold
on-
out.
These are resale tickets too. Though.
You know what it is, man? They got fucking season passes. People probably buy season
This is
passes
his
for
tour.
Joel Osteen.
This is his tour. This is for his Florida stop.
Well, I saw there was a place that I was at that he was coming to. And one of the big spots I was at, he does these arena tours, and he does Vegas too. He does the fucking T-Mobile Arena in Vegas.
I wanna
They got
see
a
the
giant-ass
show.
picture of him up there,
Does his eyes open or no?
smiling and shit. It's crazy. It's a lot of money that guy's making.
I used to say, he's so full of shit, he can't look at the crowd. That's why his eyes are he's like, are they still here? Are they still believing this shit? Hey, when you're lying, eye contact is the toughest fucking thing ever. But whatever, he's making people feel good. And he's
Maybe
making
he
his
is.
fuck. He's in show business. I want to
Yes.
see the show though.
He's in the God show business.
You
business.
have to respect an arena act. I think.
I think there's something to that.
I fucking went to go to this pizza place. I really tried to do fun things when I was in Portland. Tried to be healthy. I went for a fucking hike. I was sticking with my smoothies, dropping pounds here. And anyway, somebody tells me that in Portland they have this they got this pizza parlor where they have the best goddamn pizza in all the fucking Northwest. So this guy has like this homemade goddamn dough. And he only makes so much of it every day. And when he's done making the dough, he's done making pizza. Go fuck yourself. All right? So I'm like, well, shit, I got to try this pizza. So I go on the internet, I look up, I see where it is. It's right on Hawthorne Street. Like 45th and Hawthorne, 46th and Hawthorne, something like that, right? So I'm like, all right, I got to go check this fucking thing out. So I give myself an hour and a half before the show to get there. To get a goddamn pizza, right? It's a fucking pizza, okay? So I call up. Something told me to call, just to call this place. And I call up. It rings like 11, 12 fucking times. And nobody picks up. So I'm like, you know what? They're probably busy. No big deal. I got an hour. I'll get there an hour and a half before, right? I get a goddamn cab. I'm driving over there. Cab driver goes, just let you know, this guy's kind of like the pizza Nazi, like the fucking soup Nazi on Seinfeld. So I show up and I walk in. Lo and behold, the place is packed. But I see this little two-top gets up. Waitress is cleaning off the table. She walks away. So I go over and I sit down, getting ready to order the pizza. I'm checking out what people are ordering. I'm getting excited, is what I'm trying to tell you. And then the waitress comes over. She's like, were you over in the waiting room next door, or did you just, walk in here and sit down? And I was like, I just came in and sat down. She goes, yeah, you have to, sign in next door. You know, those people, everything's a question. You have to like sign in next door. And I'm like, oh, all right. I go, well, how long's the wait? She's like, well, I can't really like say. It's kind of busy. And at that point, it's like 7:45. I go, well, I got a show at 8. It's 6:45. Am I going to have time to order a pizza and eat it? She's like, yeah, no. And then that's when my blood starts fucking boiling, because I realized what I just walked into. You know what I walked into? I walked into the pizza version of Pink's Hot Dogs out here in fucking LA. The pizza version of Magnolia Bakery in New York City, or that fucking place where you get the hot dogs in Chicago. You know? Hour and 15 minutes to make a fucking pizza. You can't do that. This guy's sitting here acting like, like he's making some sort of gourmet food. I'll tell you right now, that's my overrated for the fucking week. Standing in line at any restaurant, these, the breakfast place in your neighborhood, and your girlfriend's like, oh my God, the stuffed French toast is to die for. And you stand there in fucking line. Never worth it. It's never worth the hype. Okay? If you learn anything from this podcast other than I'm an ignorant asshole, don't ever stand in line for fucking food, okay? Unless there's a natural disaster. The place is flooded and they're scooping out fucking pea soup, and you're putting it into your baseball hat. Then you'll stand in line. Soup kitchen, you stand in line. But don't stand outside these fucking places. It's stupid. It's never worth it, Fancy restaurants, you don't stand outside. You call up, you make a fucking reservation. But I'm not standing out there like I'm waiting to fucking... Do that even make goddamn sense? You know what I mean? These fucking people in New York, they stand outside for 90 minutes for a cupcake. For a fucking cupcake. It's gone in 3 seconds. You know what's going to piss me off is some people in Portland, okay? They're actually going to figure out what pizza parlor I'm talking about, and then they're going to tell me, dude, it's totally fucking worth it. These low self-esteem douchebags who just allow themselves to get totally treated like absolute fucking shit for pizza. Yeah, sorry, I can't make you a pizza within an hour and 15 minutes. Well, you know what? Fuck you and your fucking pizza. What do you think about that? And your number one goddamn rating. I'll go to Pizza Hut. Eat their fucking slop. You know what's killing me is I know I'm going to have to go back. I have to try it. People hyped it so much. That's what I'm really mad about is I know as much as I just fucking talked about that shit, I'm going to have to go back there and go get it. And for all you guys wondering, that Magnolia, it's a great cupcake, but it's not that great. It's not that great to have to stand there and listen to that awful conversation and have people driving by looking at you trying to figure out what are they standing in line for.
I love
Got
all
a
those
spot.
guys though. Like they're like comedians. Like they don't want a real job.
Contractors? Oh, yeah.
Oh, the gate guy, the sauna guy, the this guy, the that guy. They all got their little fucking. Then the handyman guys.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with those guys because my dad was an architect. So I did construction from the time I was in high school. All throughout the summer, I was always doing side jobs. I always had jobs on construction sites as a laborer or carpenter's assistant. So I was always around those guys.
I tried to do that. I lasted 8 days. With my fucking fair skin, we were doing roofing in July, and it was just, I just remember my job was I was putting in the scaffolding going around, when you fucking drill the hole, then you put the triangle thing, and then you fucking put the bolt on. And this Irish guy kept going, Billy, you must work quicker. You must work quickly, is what he kept saying to me. And I finally stuck my head out the side of the house. I was like, dude, I've done this for 3 days. If you want me to fucking go quicker, we were like literally 3 stories up. And he finally shut the fuck up.
He must be a non-union guy.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I remember there was a fucking guy on the site. I swear to God, he wore the same fucking jeans every day with like no underwear, right? And it had a fucking giant fucking hole right here on his thigh. So I'm in fucking working in the house, and I just remember he stepped over something with his left leg, and the whole fucking hole moved right, just like flashed his fucking junk. I was just like, and I didn't know how to stand up to people. And plus, I was the new guy on the thing, and I just wanted to be like, buddy, how about you put on some fucking boxers or something so I don't got to look at your fucking junk? First of all, he's walking around with like a goddamn nail gun. Not like boxers could stop that, but any extra layer of clothing that you could have. This guy's literally like his fucking shit, like an owl looking out of a tree. And yet it's burned into my head.
His dick.
I could pick his junk out of a lineup.